a lot of good running backs coming out next year, which there is. There's also, you got Cooper's probably going to come out, which he's an amazing wide receiver. And then the real thing is the quarterback with the two big names right at the top. So it's short to see. We ain't talking about the draft yet. We got to wait for the season and the playoffs to get over. Then we'll start. And when you see everybody that declared, we'll be able to tell from there. But the wide receiver is definitely a pleasant surprise this year. Definitely going to have one of the rookies of the year.
Nice.
Defensive rookie of the year, though, nobody knows who it is. Telvin Smith is a name that should really be on the top of the list. The linebacker for the Jaguars played extremely well this year.
Mosley, I think, is on the radar.
C.J. Mosley will be the Borland kid for the 49ers.
I'm also thinking
he'll be high on the list.
There's been a lot of conversations about Khalil Mack too.
Screw Khalil Mack.
I know you want to like that name, but there's been a few.
The only reason he's making all the tackles there is because there's no one else to tackle anybody in Oakland.
Very, very true.
When you're the only person, you should be making the tackle.
Yeah. I forgot, there's a cornerback too, they're talking about a lot too. I can't think of his name right now, but I'm blanking. But yeah, they saying that he should be able to be in the running for defensive rookie of the year too. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and keep moving forward. We'll talk about the New England, Miami pouncing. At first, it was a close game in the first half, and then New England took over.
Yeah.
New England 41, Miami 13. This game just got away in the second half. Miami
Miami went wah, wah,
and it was more like Gronkowski just kind of went off a little bit along with Tom Brady.
Have you noticed though? There's that time when they need that pop. The New England needs that pop, and then once they get it, nobody stops them. And usually that pop is when Gronkowski gets that one big catch and then does that run where he just knocks people over, and then the game's over. It's like it deflates every single other person on the other team when Gronk just runs over everybody. Mm-hmm. And that's one of those big things. They have that guy that gives them that pop. And Gronkowski is definitely that guy.
This team is playing pretty darn well. They clinched their division. They are in the playoffs, obviously, and right now they're the number one seed.
He's a beast.
And this team is rolling at the right time.
Like I told you.
So this team is definitely going to be a team to beat.
Like I told you.
I'm keeping an eye on them. I know my team is right there the same record with them. So, but you got to give credit to New England. New England is doing a wonderful job. They're finding a miss as far as running the ball, when passing the ball. Also on the defensive side of the ball as well. They just got the physical corners that can match up with these big wide receivers.
Well, the thing is, Belichick takes their best corner in Revis, puts him on the second best receiver for your team, completely takes him out of the game, then runs double teams on your best receiver. Yeah. So it completely takes him out of the game. So New England's defensive scheme and them getting Revis was the biggest offseason move by any team, bar none whatsoever. Don't care what nobody says. He was the single biggest move. All that stuff they did in Denver, everything, good for them. That was the single biggest move, was them getting Revis, because Revis can completely take a guy out of the game. And with him being able to do that, you still have another good corner. That was your number one corner before Revis got there, on their best receiver with help over the top, so you're not getting beat.
No.
And they with them being able to get Blunt back in and having Gray and all, their running back committee is just crazy.
Very versatile.
You don't know who's coming in and getting what. You never know who's going to do what. That's why fantasy people hate the New England running back situation. Every other thing in New England you like. But the running back situation you hate if you're a fantasy owner.
Right.
Because you don't never know who's going to run the damn football.
Right. I concur with you on what you're saying about the running back position for the New England Patriots. They got a running back that can go up the middle and pound it for you. They got a running back that can go out on
well, now they got two. And then you have Vereen, who's the best catcher.
Right, and then you got Vereen who actually can catch out in the flats. And then
he's their best receiving guy, and you got a guy that blocks for him. And they have so many different weapons.
There's many attacks that they can use against you as far as the running game.
And their scheme is phenomenal. Their scheme is just phenomenal. Yeah. I think the rookie quarterback you were thinking of was Bradley Roby from Denver.
No, it was somebody else.
Really?
Because Bradley Roby's been doing a wonderful job, but he's watching him a little bit, I'm still hoping that he's developing a little bit more.
Then
But
you
yeah,
got
Bradley Roby has been fairly decent.
You
But
got Buchanan out of Carl Fuller,
that's yes.
the kid from Chicago.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Because I heard he was doing a pretty good job.
Clinton Dix.
Not to discredit Bradley Roby, he's doing a wonderful job, but that's he still got some things around. He's been getting burned a few times last year, but he's a rookie. I'm just ranting on about my team. All right, let's go ahead and.
I was too earlier talking about Telvin Smith.
Oh yeah, no.
Before a 6th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
To have a guy that's made that much impact has been good.
Hey, credit to your team there.
Khalil Mack is 4th on the list of candidates for Rookie of the Year. I'm just looking up this one site said put Anthony Barr from Minnesota. He's played really well.
Yeah.
All linebackers. Bunch of linebackers. Okay, next game.
All right, so let's move forward. We'll talk about you got the Kansas City Chiefs beating Oakland 31-13. So we were going to talk about that, right?
Yeah, Kansas City didn't. They did what they should have done against Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland's that one team though. They have a great game. They just be bad and they have that one very good game, and then next week they get blowed out.
Well, Kansas City remembered that Oakland upset them a few weeks before.
Yeah, they were like, screw you, Oakland.
So let's go ahead and
then beat the holy poo-poo out of them.
Beat the crap out of them. So
and they did.
The Colts was in a battle here with the Texans, 17-10.
Mm-hmm. Andrew Luck playing bad lately. He's played bad lately. 187 yards. He it's like when the end of the year comes, all these quarterbacks just slow down and start not playing really how they've been playing all year long. But Houston did lose Ryan Fitzpatrick with a broken leg. Broke his leg during the game, and they put in, it was Tom Savage. Never heard of him. No, Tom Savage, I think he's a rookie.
I'm thinking of Wonder Years, but
no, that was Fred Savage.
I know it was Fred, but
I just
thought Savage. So
that was Fred. What'd you do?
Good show.
Where's Whitty? Oh, Whitty was hot.
Oh yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah, I had a crush. I had a crush on Whitty when I was little.
But Mr. Savage was 10 for 19, 127 in relief of Fitzpatrick, who got hurt. But this was still a close game. I don't. Indianapolis is up and down one week, man, and then the Nets they're pretty darn good. So
well, they go as Andrew Luck goes.
Yeah, so I mean
they may be without T.Y. Hilton this game. T.Y. Hilton has a hurt hamstring, which I know doesn't affect your fantasy thing anymore because
I'm done with fantasy.
You're all done. At least I got in one game.
You got one game left.
At least I got in one championship.
Good to go. But I mean, the Colts, like I said, they're division winners.
They were going to run away with this division anyway.
So, I mean, they did what they had to do. I mean, the only division that had locked up, at least in the AFC, is the AFC North. So, which is still to be determined.
That tie is going to be the key factor in all this mess.
I agree.
That tie, damn tie.
Oh Lord,
why does that look like my car coming back?
All right, we'll talk about the Baltimore Ravens 20, Jacksonville Jaguars 12. Talk about your team, sir.
Hey. Again, we played well one half, second half nada. So it's the tale of two halves. We put a whole game together. Too bad it's just been two different games.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. They seem to get figured out. The offensive line, the Jaguars in general gave up 8 sacks. Some from the running back, some from the line, some from Blake holding on to the ball too long or running the wrong plays. But they're coming along. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see them be competitive. Just don't make it where I go to watch a game and I'm like, well, shit, we're getting blown 35-2. Let's go get a drink. But now I actually get into that thing to where I can watch them actually be competitive, and hopefully next year with all the money we got to spend, we can go out and grab some stuff that we desperately need.
What, that defense is really, really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Forsett
and with a very young secondary.
Yeah,
is the one key with our starting corners are Demetrius McCray, who was I think a 5th or 6th round pick this year, and Aaron Colvin, who was hurt at the beginning of the year with an ACL injury tear, and he was a 4th round pick, and now he's playing extremely well. So these are those things where you look at there's hope to come beyond the future.
Baltimore's a solid rushing team. Helping
And
93
they
yards,
shut-
3.6 per carry, and Forsett, who's been doing pretty darn good this year.
Held him 48 yards.
48 yards.
Mm-hmm. His longest run was 6 yards. And this is a guy that's been busting off 40, 50-yard runs.
This is something where y'all have something to build on.
Yeah, that's what
going forward. And you said this.
The bad thing is with some of our linemen is they're a little older in the tooth with Chris Clemens and something like that. We just signed Roy Miller to an extension, so Roy Miller's going to be here 4 more years. And Derek Marks, we gave him another extension, so
he's been getting talked about.
Yeah, he's going to be here for. He's going to be here for a while.
Because they're talking that guy's going to make the Pro Bowl.
Oh, he should. He should.
He should.
He's a defensive tackle with 8 sacks. So
yeah,
you're usually that. You usually get into their Pro Bowl.
Right.
But then you have the linebackers. Pozlowski will be back next year.
Yeah.
I'm all but certain he will be back next year. You still need to shore up one side, and then you have J.T. Thomas who will be able to play all the positions with spelling. But then you have Telvin Smith, who I mentioned earlier, who should be a defensive rookie of the year candidate, who has just played. He's played lights out. He's played phenomenal to be in his position. But the bad thing is our safeties and our corner. Jonathan Cyprian, I think, still hasn't figured out what his role is yet. So he does too many things trying to overcompensate, and that's why I think he gets hurt a little bit. So, and then our other safety position, Josh Evans, he's going to be a good backup. He'll be that good stalwart that'll be able to come in and play both safety positions. But they need that guy in that back there that's going to be your Earl Thomas type guy, because this defense is patterned after Seattle. Yeah. You need that Earl Thomas type guy. That's almost kind of like an eraser.
Right.
That if anything comes around, he's just able to roam and go wherever. Where your other safety is coming in and helping, kind of like Cam Chancellor does, where he comes in and helps in the run game. But I don't think that Jonathan Cyprian has been able to grasp that role as of yet, because I think he's been overplaying a lot of stuff. But yeah, that defense between the half of the year until now has been great.
I'm sure you have no complaints about the defense.
Oh no, the offense, yes, but the offense is starting 7 rookies. 7 rookies, for God's sake. You're not going to win a lot of ball games with 7 rookies starting on your offense.
No. So yeah,
and especially when they're your key positions and they're all rookies.
Yeah. The future look good with Jasmine, but right now it's just y'all still working.
Well, you still need those just like I've been telling you, still need that veteran presence. There's a lot of veteran presence, and we have none on offense. Mm-hmm. You need that veteran presence in a wide receiver, in your offensive lineman, in every position. You still need those veteran guys, and that's what we need to go and address in the offseason, where we have a lot of money and we're also going to be drafting high. You'll be able to go and fill all these positions.
Okay. Let's talk about the Packers and the Bills. Packers 13, Bills 21.
The flipping Bills with that defense.
With an upset, huh?
That Bills defense is retarded. Just ridiculous. The Bills defense is ridiculous.
All right. Here's the thing with the Bills. They have a shot to make it as a wild card.
Yeah. So does Miami.
So yeah. Exactly.
Well, not after Miami got beat.
But here's the funny thing with them is that
they need a lot of help.
They got Oakland,
and then they got New England, but they would have to beat New England in New England.
Yeah. And New England's not saying by because of Broncos is on their tail right now about keeping the number 1 position, because vice versa, no one want to play in Foxborough, as in no one want to play in Denver.
Exactly.
So this is one of those where you're going to get the full stream starters.
Yeah, you're getting everybody.
So I mean,
but their defense keeps them in a lot of ball games. It's just their offense struggles sometimes against really good defenses, and Green Bay's weakness is that defense.
Yeah. When
Green Bay has to go and outscore somebody, they can go and outscore them, but when they run up against a real good defense, they're screwed. And here's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, they're screwed.
So I'm looking at this here, and the Green Bay had a chance to go ahead and get number 1 seed. Now, do Now you said Seattle is high on the tail. Not only to win the division, but to get number one position.
I told you before.
NFC.
I told you before. I said Seattle will come riding